Hello race fans, and welcome back to another GMS Productions video where virtual cars bring you real excitement. And we are here for race number 6, I believe, at Richmond. We are ready to get rolling here under the lights, and the starting lineup will be rolling across your screen, not on the bottom. It will be rolling up right now. Just roll up. And Jack Porkins will be starting on pole position alongside Jesse Turner, both people who have experience in many NR 2003 leagues and series, looking for a win here tonight to get themselves a possible spot in the chase. And some notables as we get the field rolling off here. Caleb Hoffman, he won the last race at Dover. He'll be starting towards the back, I believe around the 30th position. Hopefully everybody gets rolling here. Let's check. Yeah, we are. We're good to go. That's good news here for the race officials. 40 laps, there's a chance of pit stops under the lights, as we're going to give you a top 10 rundown here to start this race. We already explained the front row. How about the 97 of Dan Park alongside John Art? John Art looking for a win. He has not won since Las Vegas from season number 2. Julian Quintero, he won at Texas. He's looking for his second win of the season and possibly his third win in the last 7 races. But he had a struggle at Dover. Can he recover? Joshua Chicoli and his teammates Elijah Gordon and William Brock and Matt Tuck and Tristan Allen round out your top 10. We're about to get racing here at Richmond, and we are green flag racing. And look at the 17 and the 97. They got a big jump there on the start. 3 wide going into turn number 1. Quintero forcing the issue early, and John Art gets tapped behind from the number 15. And I think this 14 is just way too far up the racetrack. He needs to drop in line, and he wheeled there. At the line, I don't know who it was. I think it was Quintero, and yes, it was. And we already have a caution. Oh, JT Bryant. Julio Caesar's had a rough season so far. And we are racing back to the line, I believe. And we're watching here with these race teams as Zachary Fitzwater is involved. And hopefully these guys get slowed down enough, as these guys are already under the yellow. JT Bryant, one of your guys, is on top of the points involved. Air driver Alonso, who needs a lot of points and a win to get out of where he is in points. And this field is stacking up, and that could be bad, as people could damage their race cars doing that. And it looks like maybe Carson Scott got some damage there. I don't know. Maybe Emmanuel Hartnett as well. And we'll stay with the pack if they're having pit stops, and they're not. So John Art actually takes the race lead, and we're going to go review your first caution of the day as it comes out early here at Richmond. Well, here's the start of the crash, and I kind of knew that they were going to wreck early, so my bad on the race officials there, as they really had a lot of horsepower in these cars, as Julio Caesar was in a almost 4-wide situation. I think he is. And we're going to take your slow-mo cam here, as the 98 of Julio Caesar's had a rough season to start so far. The race winner from Dover, Caleb Hoffman, and Benny Watson, who's doing good on points right now. A lot of good points guys involved in this crash. Caesar's going to clock the wall down the front straightaway. And you see JT Bryant here. I don't know if he actually gets involved, but he's high up in points, so it's unfortunate for him to get stuck behind this. And I don't think he takes any damage. I think Alonso did hit him there down the front straightaway. And I think that's all there is to the crash. So we're going to get back to the green flag, and if I missed any pit stops, then we'll get to those as well. Well, we saw it live, but we're going to see it again. Unfortunate circumstances for the number 75 Turkey Hill Dodge on this racetrack. Slow-mo cam for you guys. Second caution of the day comes out for Jesse Turner and Julian Quintero, 2 big veterans in this series. The Season 2 champion and one of our chasers from the one of our only chasers who's made the past 2 seasons straight for the chase. And the 17 just, I don't know what he was doing here. Just kind of cleaned out, dumped them down the back straightaway. Jesse Turner, and I thought Dan Park was going to clobber the 75, but the 17 actually let the 75 go for a self-spin here. But unfortunate, because the 75 is going to have to come to pit road or fix the tires and fix up the damage that he possibly got from contact. And this will hurt him because he had a shot for the win here at another racetrack where he felt really confident with his race car. And we're going to go check on real quick as well with what happened with Jack Porkins and those guys, because I have no words to explain it. So we're going to go back to your normal rate of speed here. And there's Clint Buchanan. We're going to now take you through our slow-mo cam through turns 1 and 2. And it's pretty obvious here what happens. Porkins kind of gets close with Clint Buchanan coming up the racetrack. He's a rookie, so it's not his fault, I guess. But he gets into the 14 here, or the 14 gets into the 4 here and just drags him up the racetrack. Unfortunate mistake for the number 14. He stacks up the whole entire field here. Johnny Gardner, who's been having a rough couple of weeks, gets involved in this. And so does Chris Dodd. And you see Aaron Walpole Jr. back there, Season 1 champion, gets some damage in this. Alan Eberhardt. John Gilbert making his first ever start. Not what he wants to be in here at Richmond. And Clint Buchanan. And I would just say right there, most of the blame can be put on Jack Porkins for that incident. But let's get back to your green flag to see how the field shapes up after this chaotic race so far. Welcome back, race fans, and we're around the halfway point. We're going to restart here on lap 22 of 40. Matt Tuck will take the green flag as retirees out of the race. We have none. Everyone is still in this thing, but not every competitor is going to be in it for the win. So Matt Tuck is your race leader. Elijah Gordon still up front in second. You have Tristan Allen. He's moved his way up to third. Nicholas Samadillo is in the 4th position as John Arndt has made his way back up to 5th. Hopefully he can go compete for some more. And we have some guys making pit stops in the back of the field. Luke Rainey and Jonathan King. I don't understand what they're doing there. I guess strategy. But there's been a lot of hectic restarts here, and you see a lot of damage on these race cars like Chris Dodd, Alan Eberhardt. And hopefully we can stay away from the hectic situations, as these drivers like Stuart Gratton have a lot of experience. They know how to back out of situations like this. And Johnny Gardner there's a bunch of rookies that are making mistakes here. As you see John Arndt getting really close there with the 7 machine. And look at Nicholas Samadillo dive down the racetrack underneath John Arndt. Your race leader is still Matt Tuck here, and we must have had a spin down the straightaway. Yes, we did. And I don't know who it was involving with. I think it was the 39 and the 21. So our third caution of the day, and we might get another spinner here. Oh no, they're going to keep it together. Good for them, and I'm probably sure we're going to stack up here in the back of the field, but that's just what happens here at Richmond. Good job there by the 05 and the 15 to actually back off each other, and the 46 might have had some contact with the wall. And I think it was a two-car spin with the 39 and the 21. No takers here to the pit lane, as we kind of saw some there under green, but we're going to take you to see what happened to bring out the caution for the 3rd time today, probably involving Keith Batson and Dejan Weeks. Another poor mistake here by, I would want to say rookies, but Dejan Weeks was in this series in season number 1. Just a lot of mistakes going around here. The 21 with a lot of damage, just trying to get all he can get here on this racetrack. He comes up the racetrack into the 39. The 39's just been doing all he can all season long. The resources for their team has not been great. And they kind of clip each other into the outside wall, and they're going to spin down the straightaway here. Tough break for both of these guys. They really need some redemption, as Dejan Weeks is falling in the point standings. And Keith Batson he doesn't want to lose his charter for next season. As Luke Rainey made an excellent choice to come down pit road, but I don't think it will work out for him based on the timing of pit stops from the last caution. So we're going to get back to your green flag to see how the rest of the race shapes up here at Richmond. Hello race fans, and welcome back to the racetrack. We're going to restart with 11 laps to go here at Richmond, and we're going to give you a top 10 rundown real quick here. Matt Tuck is your race leader, looking for his first ever win. If he's won before, I stand corrected. As we do have a factor here, the 53 of Jonathan King and the 10 of Luke Rainey. I thought it was a good decision to come down the pit lane, but it wasn't. They are a lap down and will be factors here on this restart. Elijah Gordon, Tristan Allen, William Brock, and Nicholas Samadillo. That's your top 5. John Arndt, Joshua Chicoli, Julian Quintero, Nathan Stapleton, and teammate of Jonathan Hoff. That's your top 10 for this restart. And we're going to see how this works out for Matt Tuck, and I don't know if it'll work out in his favor. Will his teammate let him down? And his teammate wants his lap back, so right now they're side by side for second. Maybe the 54 can get down in line, as they're going 3 wide almost for second, and they almost are, as the 7 is going to push the 59 up on the racetrack, and we're going to go to the back of the field because I have a feeling that there's going to be a wreck here. And I'm sorry for that feeling, but that's just what I'm going to do real quick. And most of the action is going up here up front, so we're good. The 54 is now and still the race leader, as the 2 lap cars got by him, but the 54 was able to drop in line behind them as William Brock has moved his way up to second. He finished second to Quintero at Texas. Will he have to finish second again, or will he win? We don't know. There's still opportunity to make moves here as the laps wind down in this race. John Arndt has peaked his way up to the 3rd position now, with Elijah Gordon trailing behind. And I think Gordon's actually going to get to the inside of Arndt here going into turn number 1. Quintero close behind, so is Tristan Allen and Jonathan Hoff. And close contact there. They're 3 wide as Quintero... Not Quintero. I keep saying Quintero. Quintero is in this pack right here, but that's not who I'm talking about. Sam Adio making some risky moves here as the laps wind down. And good thing for Matt Tuck is he's put a distance between himself and William Brock. Hopefully his teammate doesn't try to get by him. If he does, that might jeopardize the 54 for the win. And he looks like he's going to try to do that. Matt Tuck on the outside in with his teammate, and his teammate might be making a mistake here as William Brock is closing the door. And the pace car messes with me. John Arndt is going up the racetrack, and we might have another crash. Teammates getting together, but they make it stick down the back straightaway. John Arndt's going to move up to the 3rd position as William Brock has caught up to Matt Tuck here in the number 54. Can John Arndt go chase those cars down to be in the chase for the 2nd season in a row? Could the 53 get back behind the 54 and help be a distraction so that William Brock doesn't get by Matt Tuck? Because neither of these drivers have won, I believe, in this season or last season. So they're both looking for that important first career win. John Arndt is too far back, I think, at this point. The leaders would have to wreck each other, or a caution coming out that causes a hectic situation. But right now we are good throughout the pack. There is some 3 wide racing here towards the back of it. And hopefully this stays clear at the moment with Jarvin Alonso and Johnny Gardner. Back up towards the front of the field, Quintero and Carson Scott getting together. And contact between the 7 and the 54. They're actually battling for the race lead. And John Arndt might be catching them with help from Nicholas Samadio in 4th. Tristan Allen's passed his way up to 5th again. But can William Brock get a win? I don't know if he can, because he's had a lot of momentum, but he just can't use it at the right time. He's got a lap and a half to do it. Will he have to finish second again? John Arndt is closing the door in case anything happens to these leaders. White flag is in the air for Matt Tuck in that number 54 Monster Energy machine. William Brock tucking down lower on the inside. Can he make it stick? He's got to run. Can he get to the inside of Matt Tuck? I don't think it's enough. Matt Tuck at a turn number 4 will win his first race of the season at Richmond. William Brock will have to settle for second once again. John Arndt with an impressive finish in 3rd. He's been looking for that. Sam Adio, Tristan Allen. Jonathan Hoff finishes 6th with his teammate finishing 7th. 8th place being Jack Porkins after having a rough day. Julian Quintero, and then how about Jack Morris finishing out the top 10? Carson Scott needed an 11th place finish. Benny Watson 12th, Elijah Gordon 13th. How about part-time driver Isaac Nichols finishing 14th? Stuart Gratton, your Bristol winner, finishing 15th. That's your top 15 rundown. And Alonso on the racetrack is being a little bit irritating. But anyway, I gave you your top 15. We're going to go through the rest of your field. Joshua Chicoli, Alan Eberhardt, Aaron Walpole Jr., Clint Buchanan, and John Gilbert is your top 20. And here's the rest of the pack. Johnny Gardner, Jarvin Alonso, Caleb Hoffman, your Dover winner, Dan Park, Emmanuel Hartnett, Matt Johnson, Paul Minnick, Ryan Madden, Julio Caesar, JT Bryant, Cody Smart, Zachary Fitzwater, Matt Dalio, Jesse Turner. Tough break for him. He could have had a shot to win this thing. Keith Batson, Chris Dodd, Luke Rainey, Jonathan King, and Dejan Weeks with a really rough day. Finishes 39th. So that is it here from Richmond, and congratulations to Matt Tuck for being the 6th different winner this season. I thought we were going to actually have a repeat today with Quintero and Gordon, all these different guys up front that have won this season, but luckily enough, we got another new winner, and hopefully we can keep that streak going on to race number 20, but I'm not sure we'll be able to do that. That means 20 out of 36 full-time drivers would have to win a race in the course of this season. But anyway, thank you guys for watching once again. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, and the next race should be from Talladega. That should be an interesting race to decide a wild card in the chase, just like we did at Daytona. But anyway, Matt Tuck is your winner here at Richmond. Congratulations to him and his race team at Velocity Racing. And hopefully they can gain more wins over the season, and that goes for everyone else. But not everybody's going to win a race in this 30-race season. So thank you guys for watching once again, and I will see you guys for Talladega. Here are your point standings and where everybody is at the moment. Bye-bye.
I'm not gonna waste my time.